"Can I share this table?" asked the one-legged girl to the single dad. Then he said. Intro hook. Sometimes, the most life-changing moments happen in the most ordinary places. A coffee shop. A Tuesday morning. Two strangers who had no reason to talk, and every reason to walk away. But they didn't. And what happened next is the kind of story that reminds you why kindness is never wasted, and why the people who seem the most broken are sometimes carrying the most light. This is not a story about grand gestures or viral moments. It's about two people who were both quietly fighting battles the world couldn't see, and how a single question, just 5 words long, changed both of their lives forever. Subscription invite. Before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome to Heartfelt Moments, the place where real human stories remind us what truly matters. If stories like this one move you, please take a second to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below. Your support means everything and helps us keep sharing stories that warm the heart. Now, let's get into it. Main story. It was a cold Wednesday morning in a small town outside of Columbus, Ohio. The kind of morning where the sky is gray and the wind has a bite to it, and all you want is a warm cup of something and a quiet corner to sit in. Marcus had been coming to the same coffee shop, Birchwood Brew, every Wednesday for almost a year. Not because the coffee was anything special, but because Wednesdays were the one morning his daughter, Lily, went to preschool early for music class, and it gave him exactly 90 minutes of silence. 90 minutes to breathe, to exist without being someone's dad, someone's everything. He was 34 years old and doing it all alone. His wife, Carrie, had passed away 2 years earlier from a sudden brain aneurysm. One morning she was packing Lily's lunch, and by afternoon she was gone. Just like that, life had handed Marcus a grief so heavy he sometimes forgot what it felt like to stand up straight. He ordered his usual black coffee and found his usual table by the window. He set down his worn paperback, wrapped his hands around his mug, and exhaled slowly. The shop was quiet, just the soft hiss of the espresso machine and a Christmas song playing low on the speaker even though it was already late January. Nobody had bothered to update the playlist. That's when he heard the sound. A soft, rhythmic thud. Then a pause. Then again. He looked up and saw her. She was maybe 25, with dark curly hair tucked under a knitted green hat. She was navigating carefully through the coffee shop on a single crutch, her right pant leg folded and pinned neatly just below the knee. In her other hand, she balanced a coffee cup and a small paper bag. Her eyes were scanning the shop, every table full except the one across from Marcus, which had one empty chair. She caught him looking. He didn't glance away fast enough. And rather than let the moment get awkward, she smiled, genuinely, warmly, and made her way toward him. "Can I share this table?" she asked. Marcus blinked. "Of course," he said. "Please." She settled in across from him with the practiced ease of someone who had long ago stopped apologizing for taking up space. She arranged her crutch against the wall, unwrapped a blueberry muffin, and opened a notebook. She seemed perfectly content to exist in comfortable silence. And Marcus respected that. He went back to his book. But after a few minutes, she laughed softly to herself. He looked up. "Sorry," she said. "I'm writing a letter and I just said something ridiculous." She shook her head. "Do you ever write something and immediately realize you sound absolutely nothing like yourself?" He smiled, the first real smile he'd worn in what felt like weeks. "All the time," he said. "Who's the letter for?" "My little brother," she said. "He's going through something hard right now. I'm trying to find the right words." "That's kind of you," Marcus said. She shrugged gently. "He was there for me when I lost my leg. Motorcycle accident, 3 years ago. He basically moved into my hospital room for 2 weeks. Read to me every night so I wouldn't feel so alone in the dark." Her voice was soft but steady. "The least I can do is figure out the right words." Marcus was quiet for a moment. Then, without really planning to, he said, "My wife died 2 years ago. I have a 4-year-old daughter. And most days, I still have no idea what I'm doing." She looked at him with eyes that held no pity, only understanding. "None of us do," she said quietly. "But you're still here. You're still showing up. That counts for everything. Her name was Donnie. She was a physical therapist who worked with children recovering from limb loss. She had taken the job after her own accident because she said she wanted to be the person she needed when she was lying in that hospital bed wondering if her life was over. They talked for over an hour. About grief. About finding purpose in pain. About raising kids and losing people too soon and learning to ask for help in a world that rewards pretending you don't need any. When Marcus finally checked his phone and realized he had to leave to pick up Lily, he stood and gathered his things. He paused. "Thank you," he said. "I didn't realize how much I needed to just talk." Donnie smiled. "That's the thing about kindness," she said. "Half the time, neither person sees it coming." Closing. Marcus left that coffee shop feeling something he hadn't felt in a long time, lighter. Not because his problems had disappeared, but because for one quiet hour, someone had simply seen him. And he had seen her. Two people, each carrying invisible weight, choosing to set it down for a moment and just be human together. That's what kindness really is. It's not always dramatic. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's just 5 words across a crowded coffee shop. "Can I share this table?" And saying yes. You never know what someone is carrying. You never know what your warmth might mean to the stranger sitting across from you. So today, be the person who pulls out the chair. Be the one who smiles first. Be the one who asks. Because the world gets better, one small, quiet act of kindness at a time.